Good evening, my fellow Toastmasters, and welcome guests. Tonight, I want to talk about being content. Are we truly happy? What makes us happy? I have a definition for you. Watch this. It's being in the moment. Not worried about the past. Not being content in the here and now. We often want to buy stuff that we cannot afford. How many people have you know that went to the store and keep swiping their card and hoping that there's going to be funds for the approval, the transaction to go through? Hoping to God that there's some funds that I didn't have and some things that I wish I had. How can I compensate for that? How can I compensate? And it comes back to this emotional void. How many people have had that emotional void within them that says, I want this. I want it to make me feel better, even though materialism doesn't make you feel good. It may make you feel good when you purchase that couch, when you purchase that house, when you purchase everything that you have ever desired, everything that you have ever wanted, everything that you ever needed was just right there. But no matter how much you buy material wealth, possession, houses, cars, land, no matter what it is, etc., it doesn't matter. It doesn't fill the void. I haven't always been content in my life. I haven't been happy. Maybe I've had happy moments in which I was at play and I'm happy, and I'm happy at work. But behind closed doors, I'm scared. I'm scared of losing my job. I'm scared of losing my influence. I'm scared of so many things that has happened over my life. But one thing that I can tell you is that being content is more than just material wealth. Being content is being emotionally happy. I have a small little story to tell you. We all know the Lion King from the 1994 movie. Simba decides that the best way for him to get rid of that grief inside of himself from his father's death is to run away, hoping that Hakuna Matata would help him. Meets Timon, meets Pumbaa, and they tell him, it's a carefree life. Do exactly as you please. Don't worry about the past. Don't worry about the future. Just worry about the now. Right now. Right here, right now. The problem that Simba had was that he could not get that out of his head. No matter what he did, he could not get that out of his head. What am I telling you? He had to find being contentment. It's not easy being content. I know. I've suffered through it. We have so many people go to psychiatrists. People go to help centers. People take pills. People take all kind of these addictions and drugs to see if it can help them. But it hasn't helped in the slightest. And when Nala goes to Simba and she tells him that he has to be the new leader now, he has to take on some responsibility, he freaks out. His mind is checked out, ladies and gentlemen. His mind is gone. And that's the problem in today's society. We have too much people worried about what's going on tomorrow. My house is closed down. My business has closed down. Everything has closed. Why? Because you're not being content. But when you're content in the moment, you can feel peaceful about what you've done. You don't have to worry about what has happened in your past because it doesn't matter. And you don't have to worry about what's going on in the future because it doesn't matter. Because being content is all that matters. Another thing that I want to point your attention to is embracing your fear of failure. How much people here, raise your hand, how they have not embraced their fear of failure? Come on now. We've got a few people, right? Why is that? Why is it that we're not happy? What is it? What's going on? It's because you're not embracing your failure. When you fail, It means that you take a step closer to victory. Amen? When you take a step to victory, you're just one spot above. But if you always knock yourself down, how are you supposed to live? We worry so much about phone bills. We worry too much about the house being foreclosed. We worry too much. We worry so much about things that we cannot control that we end up taking these pills, and we end up going to therapy, and we end up doing all these things to fix a problem that's inside of us. And that's just horrible. That's horrible. I don't have any numbers. I'm not a numbers guy. I can't tell you that 99% of people have depression. I'm not going to tell you all that because I don't know about numbers. But what I can tell you is from this scripture that I knew from when I was a little boy. Luke chapter 6 verse 31 states, if you're good to other people, people will be good to you. What am I saying? I'm simply saying that if you be good within yourself, you can find the inner peace that you need to inflect your world, to influence other people. That's what I'm saying. And all of this, all I'm saying, is that you have to be content within yourself. And when you realize that you're content within yourself, it will make the whole world a lot more happier. You'll feel happier. Your mood will improve. Your health will improve. Everything will improve if you will just be content. Madam Toastmaster.